About yourself.
Hello, my name is Sanjay. I'm from India. I'm here for my master's in mechanical at University of Wollongong. Back in India, I was working for a multinational company called Summit Engineers and Consultants Private Limited. I was appointed as a project engineer over there. The company was engaged in manufacturing of automation and robotics. The machines were manufactured under my guidance from start to end. Alongside, I was also appointed as a design engineer. So got to learn many software such as CATIA, ProE, SolidWorks, ANSYS, and AutoCAD. I worked there for around 1.5 years. So today I can use those softwares professionally. I like to work in team and as an individual to create change and to be a part of a change. I really enjoyed the work that I do, and I would appreciate and I would love to have a chance to work with you.
Can you please describe a time when you have used your technical competence to solve a problem which resulted in a positive, productive outcome?
Yeah. When I was working with Summit Engineers and Consultants in India, we manufactured a egg tray cleaning machine. The egg tray cleaning machine is basically a machine in which the trays in which the chickens are born, those trays are to be cleaned. The machine was dispatched to the customer a week later when I joined the company. When the customer just started using the machine, he was disappointed by the way the machine was working because the trays were not clean and it was consuming a lot of water. So the customer insisted to for a refund and take back the machine. So the company set a brainstorming meeting. There I understood what's the actual problem the machine is facing. So I suggested the company to change the nozzle and the pressure of the water, which would uh, which would help to clean the trays. My my managing director and the chief executive officer of the company asked me to visit the site and clear the problem. So I visited the site and changed the nozzles and the angles of the nozzle too, and changed the and took number of tests with changing pressure. After a few hours, I got good results. I took rigorous tests later for about 5 hours to ensure that I get good cleaning. After 5 hours of rigorous test, I asked the owner, is that sufficient? And he was happy with the results of the machine. And later on, he gave the remaining money of the machine to the company.
This position requires you to work in a small team with people from diverse backgrounds. Can you describe a team where you have worked in a team effectively?
Yeah, for assessment of innovation and design in University of Wollongong, our professor randomly assigned us in a group of 4 students. So I was with 2 Chinese students and 1 Russian. So initially it was a bit awkward situation for us to have a conversation, and when we used to sit and talk, we didn't actually communicate properly. But being a group leader, I made it a point that we will meet twice a week, so to discuss on the task assignment, and it would also give us a opportunity to know each other. So after weeks went by, we started knowing each other very well actually, and then I distributed the task individually so that everyone will work individually on the topics and then come together and discuss on that. So everyone worked separately on the given task, and when we met together and discussed on it, I found that we actually shared the same views. Like it was not different views being considered by everyone. It was the same views. So uh, even there was a bit language barrier with the Chinese students. Overcoming all the barriers, we successfully completed our assessment and hope we get good marks in that.
Our company is known for managing multiple projects, resolving a diverse range of problems. Can you give us an example of when you have worked to make a process, situation better or more efficient? What did you do and what was the outcome?
When I was working with Summit Engineers and Consultants in India, uh, the company didn't actually had a good projects and production department process. It was very difficult for us to track down the man hours, like the kind of work done by a particular person on a machine, and it was a blame game kind of thing going on in the company that I didn't do that, I didn't do that. So the company lost profit. When I joined the company, I understood that there's a blame game going around and it's not good for the company, and the process was not actually proper. So I established the projects and production department process. In that, I used Kaizen. It is a mechanical tool. I used Kaizen to assemble all the files of the design in a particular manner alphabetically, so that it would be very easy for us to track the file whenever it is necessary. Again, I used all the soft copies. I assembled it on the desktop. Uh, on the other hand, I used to assign work to the workers at the end of the shift, and I used to tell them that you work so and so thing on so and so machine. So I insisted them to write down what kind of work they do, and on what type of machine they do the work. Every day I used to update that work written by the workers in the notebook in my Excel sheet. It made me very easy to track down what kind of work was done by which kind of person on which machine. So whenever I get a problem on any kind of a machine or any customer complaint, I would it was easy for me to track down who did the mistake. And again, I made a other Excel sheet in which I mentioned all the ongoing projects where the everything was mentioned, like from start to the end of the machine manufacturing, step by step procedure. Every step was given a date and a time to be completed, because the machine had a delivery time. If the process was not completed within the given time and date, the particular portion would go red, and it would be a sign of red. It would be a sign of emergency and delay. The access of this Excel sheet was given to the managers and the CEO and the MD of the company, so that they can keep a track record of what is going wrong and is the company going in a proper manner. So, using all these things, I managed manage the smooth functioning of the projects and production department process, and we managed to take more orders and manufacture more machines and benefit the customers. Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. What are the day-to-day responsibilities of this job?